How's it going, everybody? Naresh Nathan here for Gundam Galaxy, and welcome to a very special episode of Play Art Sky Square Enix action figures. We're going to be taking a look at two of the latest releases by Square Enix, the Assassin's Creed 3 Connor and the Assassin's Creed 4 Black Flag figure Edward Kenway. We're also going to be taking a quick look at a lot of older Play Art Sky Square Enix action figures, so sit back and get excited as we dive headfirst into the world of Play Art Sky Square Enix action figures. This is the Edward Kenway action figure, and we're going to be looking at all the articulation on this guy over here. As you can notice, he comes with quite a lot of accessories. There you go, that's his knee. He's got a double jointed knee over there. Pretty interesting articulation on the ankles. If you notice, he's got a bit of a ball joint there at the ankle. Well, there you can see the knee there bends pretty easily there. Just have to apply a little bit of pressure in the beginning to break into that figure. As you can see, he comes with quite a lot of accessories. You've got his pistols. They can be put into the buckle there that goes around his chest. Taking a look at his elbow, bends pretty easily there, and it's got quite a bit of room to shove that sword into his palms. It needs to be worked a little bit, honestly, and you gotta break into this figure because at first it might seem that all the joints are a bit stiff, and it's kind of good in a way that it's not too loose, because when it comes to posability, this guy is really good just because of the slightly stiff joints. You can see a couple more pistols there right at the back, and he can be posed holding the pistols or holding the swords. I personally like him holding the swords better. Kind of fits the whole pirate image that he has. He is a British pirate. And the fun thing is that he's got an interchangeable hoodie as well, so you can pose him both with the hood over his head, or you can pull that off and pose him with the hair. And I kind of like the figure showing his hair off a bit. As you know, most Assassin's Creed figures come with their hoods on, so I thought I'd do this review with his hood off, showing off his hair. So all in all, it's one decent action figure loaded with a lot of accessories and a lot of different posing options. That is Edward Kenway and Connor. Connor's real name is Radun Hagedun, so that's Radun Hagedun. And obviously none of us are going to be able to pronounce that, so I'm just going to stick with Connor. Connor seen there posing with his gun as well as his sword, and that sword has a serrated edge. Kind of gives it a really neat look. And of course Edward Kenway with both his swords, the way I like posing him, with his guns buckled and holstered. And I've posed both these figures without their hoods, just to show the definition given to their face and all the details in their hair and their face and other things. You have the option of posing them with their hoods, don't forget that. So all you have to do is just unfasten the hood that's there at the back at the moment, and pull off the hair and replace that with the hood. Now we're going to run through quite a lot of figures from Play Art Sky Square Enix. This is Brarios from Appleseed, the anime. He is a cyborg and the main protagonist male. Stands about 11 inches tall approximately, and has the same interesting articulation as the Assassin's Creed figure that we just saw. This is Dunin Newt. She is the lead female protagonist of Appleseed, the anime. She stands about 10 inches tall and has those exact same articulations as you can see there in her ankle and in the way her feet bend. And you can see the joints there near her elbow. Great amount of detail being given to this figure. This guy needs no introduction whatsoever. Metal Gear Solid 5, this is Snake, the main protagonist. One of the most popular video games ever. He stands about around 10.5 inches tall, the figure. You can see the amount of accessories that he comes with. The straps, the bags, the holders, the guns that he's holding. Just one great action figure this is. Part man, part machine, all cop. This is RoboCop 3.0 from the 2014 RoboCop film. Comes with 4 guns, 2 that can be holstered and 2 that can be held at the same time. All these figures, if you notice, come with a change of hands. RoboCop comes with 2 pairs of hands as well. I really like that detail on that face there and the helmet sculpt. This is Devil May Cry 3 Dante. That's a mighty serious look there he's got on his face. I think my favorite accessory that Dante comes with is his scythe/guitar that you can see there lying down at his feet. Street Fighter is one of the most popular arcade fighting games, and this is Ryu from Street Fighter, and there you see him posing with one of his power moves that you get in the game, and that's a separate sculpt by itself with its own stand, so you just pose him in that way. And this is Kazuya from Tekken. Tekken's another popular arcade fighting game, as you all know. This guy looks massive. Look at his sculpt, look at the muscles that's there on him. And he's a bit of a taller figure. Stands about like 10.5 inches tall pretty much. And this is Akuma, otherwise known as Demon in Japanese. These are all Street Fighter 3 characters. And there you can see the amount of detail at his feet, the knee articulation, and a separate sculpt that can be placed on his right hand or left hand. One of his power punches, I guess. This is the Arkham City game version, Batman Dark Knight. He's like the bulky, older Batman figure from that game, as you can see just by his sculpt. And Arkham City again, this is Robin, with his hood on in a dynamic pose, with a metal pipe accessory. This is the DC variant Batgirl, released sometime in April of 2014. It's a pretty new figure, and they've gone all out when it comes to their sculpt. Now, PlayArtSky Square Enix is kind of known for their variants, and so far they've been doing quite a lot of DC variants, and this is one prime example of it. As you can see, this is their interpretation of Batgirl, and that's a really lovely head sculpt as well. The hair does move, so does the cape. And this is the younger version of Batman from the Arkham City game, and this guy comes with a grapple gun, and you can just set him in any kind of dynamic pose and he stays. He's a pretty solid figure and a pretty solid cape, which is also posable. This is Assassin's Creed 3 Connor. He's the Native American lead protagonist. Gundam Galaxy will be getting a lot more of these Square Enix action figures as and when they release. So make sure you come check these out, place your pre-orders, and by all means go insane with the range of action figures from PlayArtSky by Square Enix. Visit us at facebook.com/GundamGalaxy and send your emails of inquiry to ceo@gundamgalaxy.com.